far for Gonzaga, and they capitalize. Who's the leading point scorers? I can't read your writing. Who's the leading point scorer?
22.
Yeah, Costa already has a hat trick. Oh yeah, he does.
He does. Wow.
3 goals already. Early MVP, Washington Capitals MVP candidate in Costa. Costa and Kane, I'd say, are having the 2 best games so far for Gonzaga. It's early. It's only the second quarter. 4:48 to go.
Agreed. Kane has definitely seen a majority of the shots this game, which results. I mean, I think he's playing fantastic, having 8 saves.
That's a lot of saves for the first half. All right, off the timeout, 6-on-6 situation here.
Gonzaga ball.
McGowan out. Bailey. Defensive middies are Jamison Carl and number 91, Paxton Cooper Berth for St. John's. They give Strong a blow. And Albert. No, that's
Caleb
Oliver.
Yeah,
Caleb Oliver inverted inside. Great look. Oh, what a save by Isner. They're going to call a push after the save on St. John's. Tough break for St. John's after another incredible save for Isner. His 3rd of the day. What a play.
Doorstep save.
That's a set play out of the timeout, guys, and that was impressive.
Ball's at X with Leland, who's going to set up a dodge.
Invert situation on Carl. Oh, what a play by Tommy Leland. Gets right by Paxton Cooper Berth for the 1-on-1 goal, and that ties it up. We got 5-5 here. We're back live, too. We apologize for the technical difficulties. It's all watchable on replay on YouTube forever. We're never going to take it down. And now, fortunately, we're back to real-time live with 4:18 to go. I'm Cabell Maddox here with Ryan Bell, a leader in the Gonzaga Sports Broadcasting Club in collaboration with Madlax Media. We have Reese Belcher on doing video. Check out Go Madlax Instagram and a face-off one.
This is our first look at
for St. John's.
Michael Madden, number 10,
Madden,
who is an LSM.
Michael Madden in down low. He's playing. He backs up Tui. He and Tui split a lot of time, from what I understand. He's out there at LSM. So is Albero. And inverting him is Wills McLaughlin. This is the matchup. These guys have been getting after it. Davella back on Chi.
DeMayo
on Stevens. You can just tell Albero's an athlete. He looks like he's playing hockey out there.
I mean, just
sits. Legs are strong, hockey legs. Irasari gets picked. Good pick. A way outside shot. I think that's something that St. John's does not want. Gonzaga would be happy to see that shot the rest of the day.
Kane tracked it well.
Went wide. Ball's loose. Irasari, Alex Irasari puts some pressure on. Davella.
Michael Matten with the GB.
Deflected by Ball. It's chaos back there. Picked up. Matten finally back to Kane. Wow. Craziness.
And that is DeMayo clearing it for Gonzaga.
Easy clear for Jack DeMayo. Oh, he's going to get stripped, though, by Ryder McGowan. That's an excellent strip on a little corkscrew takeaway. Picked up by Bailey. Bailey in transition. But Gonzaga's back, thanks to Tui, getting back quickly. Not sure why DeMayo ran himself into that triple team after making such a great play.
Yeah.
He could have just taken a breath there and held it, and they would have had a chance to take the lead.
The wheel's on him. He can't slow down. No brakes.
All right, here we go. Crowd's heating up.
4-on-4. Dufour, DeMayo on Dufour.
Yeah, Dufour is electric. They head to Bucknell. Very, very good midfielder. Can play behind. Here's McLaughlin. Oh, off the pipe. Shot goes way. That's going to reset the shot clock with 1:45 to go. They get 60 fresh. McLaughlin just took a tired DeMayo. timeout. Good timeout by Coach King because DeMayo is gassed.
He is.
So they're going to put in fresh D-middies and hopefully get out there. But St. John's might put in their first line midfield again. So fantastic game all of a sudden. 5-5. Our team predicted a 1-goal game. We couldn't decide who it was going to be. We went back and forth all week, researched everything back and forth. We thought that the home field advantage would be the difference and give Gonzaga the edge. But we just kept looking at it. And with Chase Noyes going down, we changed our pick from Gonzaga by 1 to St. John's by 1 because Chase Noyes is 36 points on the season. That's a big loss for Gonzaga.
Definitely a midi leader in point scoring. And, I mean, yeah, both teams are looking very electric tonight, very quick, very fast pace, especially on the clears and the rides. Lots of hits and lots of physical.
All right, so let's thank ProElectric here. Is a 2025 title sponsor of our popular weekly DMVLAX Top 20 ranking. We'll go over the top 20 rankings at half. This is number 6 versus number 7 in the area here. Construction careers are in very high demand, commanding competitive wages and providing opportunities. And the good news is that ProElectric is always hiring electricians, construction and project managers, engineers, and safety professionals. Check them out at ProElectric.com for more information. And be sure to connect with President of ProElectric, Scott Pinto, a proud Paul VI and Madlax parent. Back to the action here. St. John's with the ball. 1:39 to go.
They switch out DeMayo for Sam Nestor, the junior at Gonzaga.
And here's Offit. Offit, quick shot, incredible save by Kane. Great save by Kane. Ball's loose. Picked up. They're going to call a foul on Offit for an illegal hit to the head on a loose ball. Man, I thought that was a little soft. That was just a scrap for a ground ball right there. But that's going to be a Gonzaga man up with 1:27 to go and an opportunity for Gonzaga to take the lead for the first time. We have about 25 cameramen down here, videographers that are all coming down to I Street for this big one. Absolutely packed house. Maybe we can get a shot of the crowd at some point. And the Gonzaga man up Gonzaga. 1:20 to go. Caden, the last man up was an amazing play. Let's see, they stuck it. Let's see if they can do that same play again or something similar.
We see Jam Costa on the crease cutting back and forth.
Here's Caden. Over to Costa. Inside was open. Oliver was open in there. Costa looked at him, decided not to throw it. No rush. Mendenhall. Costa inside. Oliver gets hit from behind. No call. Nice pickup by Strycharge. Chris Strycharge down the alley, one-handed. Showing good speed, gets down, but gets back checked. You never want to run by the box. And that's why still man up is Gonzaga. Still man up, 38 seconds. They don't have a timeout. They cannot use it, but they still are man up. McGowan is ruthless. He is really good. Ryder McGowan, the Lehigh commit. See if Gonzaga can snag one here with 20 seconds to go. Costa wants it. He's got Bailey on him. Bailey goes over the head and gets it. 15 seconds. See if they can steal one here. Man down goal. 10 seconds to go. Timeout St. John's. They're going to put a play in. I believe they're still man down.
9 seconds left.
They released. It just released. 6 on 6. All even. St. John's with the timeout. Thanks for joining us here. 5-5, 9 seconds to go. I'm Cabo Maddox here with Ryan Bell. Ryan Bell with the Gonzaga Sports Broadcasting Club. How many guys do you have in the Sports Broadcasting Club, Brian?
About 20.
Outstanding program. I heard you guys play someone at the communication school at Syracuse last year.
Yep, Colin P. Smith, studying communications too.
Number 1 school in the country for broadcasting.
Yep.
Communications, and they pump them to ESPN and Fox Sports and
club lacrosse player as well.
Nice. At Cuse?
At Cuse.
Excellent. You can see here on some crowd shots. Got the Gonzaga student body there. Purple out. Cheerleaders down in front. What do you call your cheerleaders?
They're called the Boosters Club.
The Boosters Club. I had a feeling it wasn't cheerleaders.
They're getting us boosted, though.
Yeah, and they are happy now. 9 seconds to go. Got to expect some razzle-dazzle here. Let's see what they come out in. Here they come. Here's McLaughlin. Good switch on there. DeMeo on the ball. Ball's loose. 0, and that'll do it. 5-5, just like we drew it up. Outstanding first half. Let's quickly talk about statistics here before we go to our sponsors.
Yeah, so Kane with 9 saves, and then now Rocket with 3 saves. Face-off wins, Gonzaga still at 6, and St. John's at 3. Gonzaga has 2-man-up opportunities, with 1 being successful, and St. John hasn't had any.
Who's the leading goal scorer or point scorer for St. John's?
For St. John's, it looks like
33's got a couple of points there.
Yeah, he's got.
Hard for me to read that.
Yeah, Charlie Ball with a couple assists.
A lot of guys with 1 point, and for Gonzaga, it's still Costa, right? Costa's got 3 goals. Any assists? No assists.
Oliver with an assist and Tommy Leland with an assist. But Mancinelli has been really helping out the St. John's offense, being a key leader.
All right, let's check out the top 20. Talk about this real quick and talk about the WCAC playoffs, which are incredibly heated. You'll see this is from Monday. Every Monday night, the Per Electric top 20 rankings come out. Landon's been 1 all year. They're the 1 seed in the IC. Bullis run their tail, but they already beat Bullis. Landon's now 16-1. Bullis is now 14-3. DeMatha is just been the surprise of the DMV this year. No question. They're the 1 seed. They've locked it. They beat St. John's. They beat Gonzaga. They're the 1 seed. No matter what the outcome of this game, they've locked it up. The interesting thing is the 2, 3, and 4 seeds for the WCAC are all determined after this game. If St. John's wins, they're the 2. Good Counsel's the 3, and Gonzaga's the 4. If Gonzaga wins, get this, it's a draw out of a hat.
Wow.
It's the way they do it in the WCAC. It's kind of silly if you ask me. The kids work all year, pour their hearts into the season, and then they got to draw straws out of a hat to see who gets the 2, 3, and 4 seed. The 5 seed is a lock, and that is Paul VI. The 6 seed is the Heights, and 7 seed is St. Mary's Riken. Now let's thank our sponsors. First, the play of the game is sponsored by the Washington Capitals. Washington Capitals want to let you know that round 2 playoff tickets are on sale now. 2025 and 26 season ticket memberships are still available as well. Guaranteed playoff access when you buy season tickets. Special thanks to Darren Montgomery, Senior VP at Monumental and proud Gonzaga lacrosse parent, for his sponsorship and support of the DMVLAX Game of the Week. What is the play of the game so far?
Honestly, I think it's Carter Caden faking out his defender on the crease and making his defender fall.
That was Caden's first goal I've seen him score this year. I saw him score a ton last year, but he's been out all year, so that must make him feel incredibly good. And who's the early MVP candidate right now? Let's just say for St. John's.
For St. John's, it's got to be Mancinelli. I mean, great ball carrier. He's been aggressive. Yeah, I mean, not much more to say. He's been carrying their offense.
And then for Gonzaga, I think it's a 2-horse race right now.
Yeah, I think it's
a lot of lacrosse left, but
I think it's Kane and Costa.
Kane and Costa battling out. Someone else is going to step out the second half. I think Tui's having a great game, even though he has some fouls. Like I said, I liked his aggressiveness.
Definitely.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with you right before the start of the second half. All right, welcome back, DMVLAX fans, to I Street at Gonzaga College High School. About under 2 minutes till we get going here in the second half. 5-5, incredible game. I'm Cabo Maddox, announcing here in the 7th season for the Madlax Media and DMVLAX Game of the Week. Joining me today is Ryan Bell, a junior and leader in the sports broadcasting program. We have a crew of young men here in their program. They have a 20-person strong program, and 4 or 5 of them are here helping us out and doing a great job. Just like we predicted, if you check out DMVLacrosse.com, you can see the full write-up and preview of this game, and be sure to check out all the clips, highlights, pictures, and more on Go Madlax Instagram. Reese Belcher, the legend videographer, will be filling that up tonight and tomorrow with shots from this game. And from what it looks like, Ryan, this is going to be an electric, fantastic finish.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the past 3 goals coming from Gonzaga, they're definitely breaking their streak.
It was 5-2 at one point.
Yeah. And they have the face-off there. They have the face-off on lock. It's no question that Bobby is the top man. It's just, can they get their transitions down?
They're going to need Bobby to keep dominating. Tell everybody again what his stats are.
So Bobby has 6 face-off wins, and the other guy has 3.
St. John's has put a couple of guys out, and they have 3. And here we go. We're facing off. Beautiful evening down here. Perfect temperature. No wind. I wish every game was like this.
So they switched Carter Caden from attack to now midfield.
Yeah, that was kind of what I got in the pregame. Wait, no, he's still down there.
Oh, who is that across the field?
Caden's still out there on attack. Bobby lost that. Give that win to Cantor and St. John's. Bobby's mad at himself in the sidelines there. St. John's showing some toughness. Ball on the side. St. John's brings in their players. Jason Stevens. This is their first line. It's Dufour.
Tui on ball.
Gets right by his guy, Dufour. Wicked shot with his left and goes wide. Picked up by Chi on the end line with DeVella on him. Dom DeVella, the junior, already committed to Mount St. Mary's. Invert for Wills McLaughlin, the Utah commit. Over to Cicatello with ball on him. Ball, the leading point scorer, the Boston U commit. Madlax senior, one of the better players in the area, just dropped there by Mancanelli. Checked by Irisari. Ball's loose, picked up by Stevens. Stevens over to Dufour. Dufour has Tui on him. Tui, good job.
Wow.
Goes behind the back on the shot, hits a player, picked up by Albero, over to Kane. Best defensive sequence of the day, in my opinion, for Gonzaga.
Definitely.
And a solid clear. Carter Caden. Carter Caden's got the Washington Capitals' early play of the game with an incredible dodge. Good pick there by Henry Keeler, number 7.
Kill the ball over with the ball.
Draws 2, moves it. Costa quickly to the backside of Caden. And Leland was open inside. Nobody hit him. Here's Keeler. Keeler draws 2. Got to be someone inside. They need to put someone inside. Great take there by Caden. Wow. And a follow. Unassisted goal by Jake Mendenhall on the rebound after Carter Caden hit the goalie and popped out. Gonzaga on point, and it takes their, I think it's their second lead of the game, actually. Didn't they score? No, they've never led.
This is
Gonzaga's first lead of the game. St. John's scored 1-0. Gonzaga tied it. That's the closest Gonzaga's been, is a tie. First lead of the game. Strong and McGowan on the wing for St. John's. Cicatello. And who's on the far wing for Gonzaga over there, Ryan?
Ooh.
We're going to figure that out. We'll give it to you. Bobby McCarthy on the
face-off. That is Sam
off.
Nestor.
Sam Nestor, short stick D-midi. Cicatello just battling over here. Pick up by Strong. Great ground ball by Ellis Strong, the Ohio State commit, number 42. Over to Bailey. Bailey up to McGowan. McGowan, dangerous flip at the box with Cicatello all over you. But somehow, Sean Ely, who has a goal tonight, gets out of there. This is the second line with Ely, Douglas, and Charlie Haley. Charlie Haley is dangerous. They have a poll on Douglas, the sophomore, but Charlie Haley, the senior Lehigh commit, to me, looks very quick. Whoa, that was extremely quick by Ely. A lot of quick, smaller, undersized Dodgers on St. John's who just have a great first step.
Brisman trips. Ball down.
Picked up by Wyatt Douglas. Now he's got size. And he's only a sophomore. When he fills out, he's going to be a monster. Back to ball. 20 on the shot clock. Still plenty of time. Good offense here. And really good defense.
Nestor draws the flag.
There's a flag down over there?
Yep.
Good pickup. I did not see that. Was it a slash?
It was a slash, yes.
Too bad. All right, now they're playing with house money. Mankinelli takes a way outside shot. He's got a cannon.
He does.
For a lighter player, couldn't weigh more than 140, maybe 150, and he shoots a ball there like that looked like mid-90s. That's a rocket.
That was a ripper.
6-5 Eagles. 8:18 to go in the third. Man up situation for St. John's. St. John's first man up of the day, I believe. Yes, sir.
Booster Club yelling at the St. John's defense, you're going to lose the game.
That's probably the nicest thing they've said all day. Hopefully it's PG over there. Man up here for St. John's. Dufour deflected by Cicatello. Doesn't go in the stat book. But what a deflection. Picked up nicely by Charlie Ball, who dangles it one-handed, the lefty. Up to Chi. Back to Ball. Inside, wide open, Mankinelli. He can't handle it. Davella picks it up. Davella, important ground ball here. Escapes traffic. Nice play by Dom Davella. Over to Tui, and the crowd's clapping. They got a clear man down here. This is not easy. Is that DeMeo?
DeMeo gets a guy to drop a stick.
He can't go over. That's interesting. He's an attackman, so he can't go over and get a stick. There's an attackman on the field. Tommy Leland driving. He's got two guys on him. Tries to go a backhand shot. Ill-advised. Only three guys on the field. Four now for Gonzaga, and he was going. Up to James. James, the lefty. Syracuse commit. Gets it down. 7 minutes. I'm Cabell Maddox here with Ryan Bell. Thanks for joining us here.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
For this electric game on I Street.
Inside look, Kane, easy.
Wow.
I mean, I guess that's a save.
Yeah.
They just dribbled to him. That was the easiest one for him of the night. He's made a ton. He's already got 10. Double digits for Kane. Early Washington Capitals sponsored player of the game, the MVP game. He's having a game, and so is this young man right here, J.M. Costa.
Leading goal scorer for Gonzaga so
Trivia
far.
question, what does J.M. stand for?
John Michael Costa.
All right, good thing you knew it because I didn't. And here he is again. That's his shot.
That would have been his fourth goal, but.
And that's his move.
That is
Strong
his
hand sweep down across top or down the alley. He's phenomenal. And he's got one of the best defenders on him who's having a hard time with him. Not for a lack of speed, but oh, that's a great take, but backed up by
Caleb Oliver limping off to the sideline.
Well, no, he got popped, but man, I really liked how hard he went. He almost stuck that one over the pipe, but what a take for Oliver. And now plenty of time. They're subbing him up. Keeler's holding it. They're going to bring in someone for Caleb Oliver.
Looks like Timmy McGrail, the senior.
Looking, finds Costa. Costa's got a new man on him, 77. Keeler just runs himself into traffic.
Good look by Keeler.
Oh my gosh, Jake Mendenhall. A little fake there would have gone a long way. He just dropped the stick and shot it low, and Ryan Insner gobbled that up, made it look easy. Definitely not easy, but he made it look easy.
Penn State's going to love that guy.
Man, the ref is in the way on the clear, making it harder for St. John's. 5:17 to go here, 6-5 Eagles at home. Massive crowd here. Beyond capacity. People standing up 5, 6 rows deep here behind the bleachers.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Bounce pass. Inside look to Mankinelli. Great save, Kane. Another save for Kane. That's his 11th. Out to Albero, the two-sport superstar here.
Hockey captain, one hell of an athlete.
And he's where's he going? He's a senior. I don't know where he's going. Do you?
He's not committed to anywhere.
Oh, wow.
He's going to University of Miami.
The U?
The U.
So wait, that means he'll play club lacrosse down there, I hope, because there's no hockey program that I'm aware of.
Let's hope.
They have a decent club team. And lacrosse, I can't speak to their club team for hockey. Here is
like Timmy.
Is that Ambrose? That's McGrail.
Oh, no, that's Ambrose. Yeah,
that's
second
Ambrose,
line middies.
Costa gets a nice pick by Ambrose. Ooh, big hit, too.
Was that an over-the-head check?
Ryder McGowan popped Costa, and Costa's slow to get up.
Glove off.
Costa got rocked there, and he's coming off a concussion. I want to keep an eye on him. Can you keep an eye on him, make sure he's okay? He got popped after he got stripped there. Nice over-the-head check there by James, but really not textbook defense there. Like, he was beat. He was flat out beat, and he threw a desperate check and nailed it. But Costa should still feel good.
Yeah.
If I were his coach, I'd say, listen, keep running that kid. You beat him there. He got lucky on over the head.
He's definitely working James.
Is JM okay, Costa? He got popped there by, I think it was McGowan, after he lost the ball. Invert here, Dufour, quick as a cat. Good double there by Davella. Holy smokes. Dom Davella with the play and the takeaway there by 24. Sam Nestor stripped him with the shorty. Gonzaga's got numbers if they push it, and they do. They found him.
This is Blake Brissman, the two-sport athlete, also plays basketball.
Wow, he is tall. How tall is that young man?
Got to be 6'1".
Good. Well, he almost had a transition play there. Mendenhall slows it down. He's got McGowan on him. McGowan will come out and play you everywhere. The Lehigh commit. Oliver's good. He's back in.
Yeah.
Good to see that.
Love to see that.
7. Henry Keeler. Keeler just playing great this season. Quicker. The junior Madlax player, uncommitted. Hopefully they'll have a home here soon by the end of the summer. Having a great season for the Eagles. Out to Strong. This is going to be a collision. Picked up there by Bailey.
I mean, Bailey's just so big. It's hard to stop him.
Yeah, he's headed to Indiana. The captain, he's headed to Indiana. He's got space here. Good play by Alex Irizarry to play 2 and stop that. The Bates commit. Irizarry getting a lot of minutes here. Number 9 just had a 2-on-1 on him, and he stopped it. Do that about 500 times in practice over the last couple years, and usually the offense will score 90% of the time. But he shut it down there.
Again, Blake Brissman.
On Wills McLaughlin, the electric Utah commit. That's ball on the Cicatello on him. Here is Jason Stevens, number 20.
Good save, Kevin.
Jason Stevens shot it right into his stick, and a massive save there by Kane.
It's his 12th of the night.
I mean, he is playing fantastic. And jeez, it looks like it's close to the sidelines over there. 6-5 Gonzaga, 1 minute to go in the third.
Quick game so far, it feels like.
Well, this is a fast quarter. No, not as many stoppages, only 1 goal after a 5-5 halftime. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you're enjoying this one. It's all it's been written up to. Built up to, I mean.
Ambrose at the top.
Battle for second place here. Chris Strycharge giving Ambrose a lot of problems. He gets it out of his stick over to Leland, up to McGrail. McGrail out there with Sakato and Jack Ambrose. That's the second line. Down the lefty alley.
Finds Nick.
That is Cooper Berth on him. Bouncer, good take there. by Nick Ciccato. Nick Ciccato's got 20 points and showing you why. 7 goals, 13 assists on the season. He can score and obviously feed. I love the fact that he has twice as many assists as goals. Oh, what a first step there.
Interesting shot.
Who was that? Caden?
That does look like Caden.
Carter Caden just showed a step there. The Colgate commit. Now I can see what Colgate sees.
8 seconds left.
That was an explosive. 8 seconds in the third. Good pickup here. Inside. Can't handle it. Look for Leland, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. 6-5.
Gonzaga winning.
We'll thank our sponsors. First, the title sponsor of the 2025 season and the DMVLAX Game of the Week, the Electrical Alliance. They're the all-encompassing support system that helps electricians in the DMV secure the highest quality training, employment, wages, and benefits. For career opportunities and contractor partnership, visit theelectricalalliance.org. And Sport Automotive, Players to Watch. The Sport Automotive Players to Watch are brought to you by Sport Automotive, Chevrolet, Cadillac, and Honda. Be a sport fan too and visit sportautomotive.com. You can see the players to watch on there, and many of those guys are up for the Washington Capitals MVP of the game for both teams on there, including for Gonzaga. You see J.M. Costa and Kevin Kane. And for St. John's, you have Insner playing well, McLaughlin, Bailey. Outstanding games. Be sure to ask for our friend and owner Gibbs Fogarty, Landon 05, when you visit Sport, and you tell him beat prep. He will likely hook you on your next Tahoe. Get a shot of the Gonzaga student body. The shirts are off now. Is that tradition? The shirts come off and start the fourth quarter?
Fourth quarter, shirts off. Crowd looks packed.
Mob down here. Whatever the maximum capacity is, I have no idea.
Double it.
It's record. Beautiful night. Why wouldn't you be down here? Bobby McCarthy. What are his stats so far?
Yeah, so Bobby still has 7 face-off wins against 5 for St. John's, but Kane has got 12 saves.
All right, you got double zeros there on the wing. That's McGowan for St. John's and Albaro for Gonzaga. And here we go, DMVLAX fans. 6-5 Eagles with the lead to start the fourth quarter. Bobby McCarthy exits out the back and gets that face-off win. He passes it backwards down to Tui.
Tui, great game.
So Tui's playing close as well. They just want to keep him on the field, I think.
Yeah,
he's doing everything.
He definitely deserves it. We've seen his level of aggression tonight.
Albaro is so fast. Look at that. Just an athlete. Down to Leland, over to Caden. I think Carter Caden needs to take over. He might. Whoa!
Look at the speed on JM.
They just blew up Keeler on the pick there, and they no-called it. Can't do that. But I think Caden has not played a ton of attack, so he's doing a great job filling in on attack right now. And but he needs to go to the goal. On that last dodge in the late third, he showed incredible speed and first step. The Colgate commit. But here is Keeler.
Mendenhall loses it.
Mendenhall can't hang on to it. Gets pushed from behind. How's that not a push from behind? He picks it up. What a tough GB by Jake Mendenhall. I don't think the refs are going to call anything this quarter based on that right there.
Yeah, we have 10 seconds left on the shot. Carter with the ball.
Caden got a shorty on him. Gets by. Ooh, great take. Was that touched by the goalie? They're going to ask. Gonzaga's going to ask if that hit the goalie. It looks like it did not, so the clock is going to run out.
Wow.
Okay, so wide shot there. Great shot there by Caden. Just missed, obviously.
Couple interesting calls from the refs tonight.
I think the refs are going to let, like I just said, are going to let this go now. This game is going to get more physical. They're just going to call the obvious stuff here. They don't want to ruin this great game. It's going to have to be a slash on the head for it to be a call, because that was a blatant push. They just let it go. Out comes the first line of 2-4 and Offit. Now, I don't know why they haven't been playing John Offit, the Maryland commit. Number 1 This young man here, first time he's gotten in the game. Second time, actually. He got in the game earlier. Here he is. I'm not quite sure why he wasn't playing all game. I think he might be a little bit of trouble.
He's injured.
Oh, he has an injury, so he's
Yeah.
playing limited minutes. Great takeaway there by
Irizarry.
Alex Irizarry.
It's a JM who.
Playing without the stick again by, wow, just pops right.
Oh, my gosh.
They got to pass it. Look at Leland on the back.
Well, that was a great save of the ball.
Yeah, that was another playing without the stick sequence that the refs let go. I think that was to advantage Gonzaga, so I think that was the right call by the referee. But Tommy Leland was sitting wide open on the back.
We see Nick. Throws it over Timmy McGrill's head.
Good hustle here. It's going to stay in bounds. We're going to see what happens. Can't see.
They say St. John's ball.
St. John's ball. Jaden James picks it up. The junior Syracuse commit. Back to the junior Penn State commit in Insner. Over to Bailey, the senior captain. Headed to Indiana. Lob pass. Whoa. That was a nice dot there down to Paxton Cooper Berth. Good ride here by Gonzaga. Stripped by Davella. Davella gets pushed. And they called it.
There's the call.
There's a call. I thought if they'd let that go, then it would have just been chaos here.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at all these videographers. I feel like they've come in more as the game's gone on.
Yeah.
There's like 12 videographers in front of us right now. You can't see it at home, but nice play there by Cicatello, the Yale commit, captain, leader, to clear the ball himself. 8:16 to go. Gonzaga ball, a 2-goal lead would be massive for them. See if they can figure it out. Chris Drycharge on Jack Mendenhall. Sakato, Mendenhall. And
Caleb Oliver with the sub-in.
And 3. Is that Oliver?
That is Oliver.
Yep.
Dickinson
Ooh,
commit.
I thought Jake was going to pull that. See if Oliver can get by his guy. Pass down to Leland, over to Caden. Around the horn quickly. Move the ball nicely. 26 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Here's Keeler. Pass down, pick down, sweep. Costa. Little hezzy. Man, Costa shows blazing speed. They switched the matchup. Do you see St. John's switch the matchup?
I did see that.
They now have Chris Drycharge on him. Chris Drycharge, the Georgetown commit. Oh, no. They switched back. That was just a switch on the pick. They got James back on him. Back on Costa. Costa buried 3 of those in the first half. Just missed that one. St. John's, 8 seconds in the shot clock. See if they can get a shot here. Quickly moving it. And he's chucking out of bounds there. 3 seconds to go. 7-14. Good defense there by St. John's. This is an incredible defensive battle. Offenses are playing well. They just can't score.
Definitely.
Kane's keeping St. John's in the game and then some. How many saves does Kane have?
Yeah, so Kane still has 12 saves. He hasn't seen the ball this quarter so far.
Good clear by St. John's. Gets it down here to Eddie Chi, the Towson commit, with Tui all over him. Davella back on Ball, Charlie Ball, BU commit. Can't see over there. Is that Offit again? Yeah, they got Offit out there, John Offit.
Irizarry on him.
So Offit's been banged up. That's good intel by you guys. Outside rip there by Wills McLaughlin. Picked up by Chi on the end line. Davella on him. Great take there by Chi.
Jump
got
shot.
Got to step after the pick. Nice pick on the ball. One-on-one goal on Davella.
Time game, fourth quarter.
6:27 to go. Tie game. How many is that for Chi? I feel like Eddie Chi's got 2 or 3 goals.
He's got 2.
2 goals for Chi. He's in the running for the Washington Capitals MVP for St. John's. How many points does 33 Charlie Ball have?
He has 2 assists but no points.
And what about Mancanelli? How many points does Mancanelli have?
He has 1 point.
1, okay. So Chi's having a great game. Back exit by McCarthy, another big win. What's the face-off count, gentlemen?
Yeah, so Bobby has 9 face-off wins.
To how many? 9-3?
9-5.
9-5, that's right. St. John's won a couple there. Good footwork here by this defender, Mac Cronin, the Navy commit.
All-American.
All right, here we go. Big possession, under 6. You want to play with the lead in the fourth quarter. Here is Costa. Costa goes to his offhand. Staccato looking to pick for him. I like that action if I'm Gonzaga. Oh, he's going to step. Great backside look. Oh, what a save.
Wow.
Leland can't bury it. That's a massive save by Ryan Rocket Insner.
And that's his 6th of the night.
You want to see Leland shoot low there, not high. Just bury it low, down to ball. Gonzaga in a modified nine-man rye with pressure up.
You can hear the Boosters Club drumming the drum. It's pretty loud.
That's the bass drum. It's pounding. Is this Chi again? Wide open ball. This is a problem.
That's Ball with the goal.
Everybody was lost on defense there in transition for Gonzaga.
And that's Ball's first goal of the night.
Absolute chaos on defense there for Gonzaga. No one was matched up on anyone. Chi was unguarded at X. It was a 2-on-1 with him and Ball. Ball's going to bury that all day long. He's uncorked it to the low spot after Gonzaga had a 1-on-0 at the other end. It goes the other way from a 6-5 lead to a 7-6 lead now for the Cadets here on I Street. Big face-off here for Bobby. Great back exit. He is dominating with that back exit. Nice job over there to
Gaetano.
Gaetano.
Throws it up to Dom.
To Davella. See, they got numbers here. Look at 4. DeMaio. He was unguarded.
And that's Tui down there, who will get subbed off.
Yeah, they got to get both those poles off there. I think they had a little something there. I think they're a little hesitant there in transition. They don't want to turn it over. I get it. But if DeMaio can shoot it, he was sitting wide open at about 15 yards. The Boosters got to get some energy going for the purple out.
They need an Oliver goal.
4:20 to go. I'm Cabo Maddox here with Ryan Bell. Collaboration between Madlax Media Productions and the Gonzaga Sports Oh, Henry Keeler.
Good
right in the head. No call. That's the physicality. Costa blasted high. Save Insner.
Yep, and that would be his 7th of the night.
Oh, it goes over. And they just made it back on to keep from going off sides. Great play by Jake Mendenhall.
The ref was watching
and Cicatello, and that's a timeout King. And Gonzaga's head coach, Jeff King, calls a timeout after an incredible play there by Jake Mendenhall and Gaetano Cicatello to keep the ball in possession. But a wild sequence down there. Great slide by Jaden James. Knocked him down. Somehow he popped the ball to Costa. Costa absolutely uncorks it, and Insner saves it. Insner makes the save and throws a bomb of an outlet that does not get picked up. And we have a 7-6 lead here. That's Gonzaga's first timeout of the second half. They have one more. St. John's has called 0 timeouts. They have 2 more. So we expect this to be a coaching battle, players battle, crowd battle, and come down to the wire and be a 1-goal game. Both teams playing fantastic. I want to thank our sponsors here real quick. Butcher Joseph and Company, advising privately held businesses on ownership succession transactions. A special thanks to Joe Stridecharge, managing partner and proud St. John's lacrosse parent, for his sponsorship and support of the DMVLAX Games of the Week. An anonymous donor has sponsored tonight's game on behalf of the Father McKenna Center in Washington, D.C., located right on the campus of Gonzaga. The Father McKenna Center relies and depends on community support. So if you can, please help by volunteering your time or donating at fathermckenna.org. Back out, quick whistle. Leland with Cronin on him. Ref stops the play. 3:44 to go. Caden The Colgate commit back to Costa. Costa wants to get. James does a better job on him. Here's Caden. Carter Caden with, looks like Cronin on him. No, nice slip. Nice move by Mendenhall. Just too much traffic there. That's Black.
Wow.
St. John's chase it out right in front of their home crowd, and they're going nuts down there in front of their bench. In front of their home crowd in a blackout. They're wearing all black down there. The team's wearing all black as well, except for the red helmets.
They also have a fair representation of their school tonight. I mean, they packed it too.
Yeah, they did it. They did a nice job. Love to see it here at WCAC Lacrosse. One of the best conferences in the country, and probably the best year, as we discussed earlier, for the WCAC. I mean, there's 7 very good teams, top to bottom, that could win the league. It's anyone's championship this year. The Matha, the front runner in the 1 seed, has had a great regular season and the favorite. But watch out for Gonzaga. St. John's, good counsel. Paul the 6th.
Ball to Dufour.
Dufour, DeMaio on him.
They got to watch Chi up top.
Yeah, and they got Offit out here too. Offit's had limited minutes tonight, in part we think due to injury. Inside look to ball. Great pass and defended well by Davella. Wide open is
Kevin Kane with the save.
Unreal save on ball. Ball came around and just blasted it. If Gonzaga wins the game, that might be right there. That might be the win right there. How many saves is that for him?
13 saves for Kevin Kane. I mean, truly, truly having a game tonight.
What's going on?
It's a timeout.
Can't call timeout there. Something happened. You cannot call timeout there. Davella is absolutely gassed. Look at him. These guys are pouring their heart and soul into this game.
For good reason. I mean, he's been just as aggressive as Tui, in my opinion. I'm
not sure what happened there. I think that somebody might have been injured, and they're restarting it. Yeah. Gonzaga had a guy down, so they stopped it. And they're going to give him basically a free clear here. McGowan's going to pick him up here 5 yards away from Mendenhall. He strips him. Oh, what a play by Mendenhall. Good gosh. Jake Mendenhall loses the ball, gets his own ground ball, and swims the man. 1:20 to go here in the 4th quarter. And Gonzaga takes their final timeout. This is massive here. Massive. 1-1. Their last inbounds play off the timeout was fantastic. They got a goal off of it. Or no, I think it was a great shot, and it was unbelievable. I think that the offensive coordinators, Brian Townsend and Neil Alt, should draw something similar. I'd be surprised if St. John's remembers that play because it was in the 2nd quarter, but it found a guy wide open on the doorstep. I believe it was Leland, and just Insner made a save on it. If Leland could get a little fake and finish low, I think he would score. They can get a similar play. They need a goal here, and they have no more timeouts. So after this, if they don't score, look for Gonzaga to go full field, all-out pressure to try to get the ball back, which is tough because I can tell you right now, St. John's is extremely fast and will run the ball out, and that's going to be hard to get the ball from them.
Definitely. This could be the final chance for Gonzaga to tie it up.
There's going to be, you always think about shot clock. You know you're going to get the ball back here. If you shoot the ball in the first 20 seconds, then you're going to force, you might get the ball back on the shot clock. If you can score, if you can get a shot off right away. But I think what they'll do is take their time. They have 50 seconds on the shot clock, bring it down, and just be patient and wait for an easy shot. Let's see who they bring out. Keeler. Gonzaga brings out Keeler.
That's Tommy with the ball down there.
Caleb Oliver. Jake Mendenhall. And then the same starting attack.
Yeah, Costa on crease, which is
All right, here we go. Circle set. Costa on the crease, which means he's going to pop out. Watch for the pick in for that. He fades out. There he is. He's open. They get it to him way late. And he's still open. He needs the ball right now. He's got a different guy on him. They need to go to, I would go to Costa. He's got McGowan on him. McGowan hasn't guarded him all. Who took that shot? Caden?
Yeah, that was Caden.
Caden on the wraparound bouncer low. This is going to be a collision.
Oh, bam.
He's over the line anyways. He's offsides. The refs miss it.
To Carter.
And they didn't call that push either. They just missed 2 fouls there, by the way. Cicatello ran 5 yards over the line to make that play. He was offsides. And they didn't call that.
Yeah, I mean, 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They're chasing him down.
Gonzaga's going to go press out here. And St. John's has a timeout. So St. John's in control with 30 seconds to go with Charlie Ball in the stick. He's going to get doubled. Kane's out of the crease. Doubled by, and they call timeout. Chaos here, and St. John's sidelines goes nuts with 23 seconds to go and another timeout in their pocket. I've seen takeaways and miracles, but right now it favors St. John's, considering Coach Speaks can call timeout if his team gets in trouble again. So Caden came around down there. Let's talk about that. He came around down there and liked what he had. A lefty offhand, though. Costa had come off a screen on the set play.
Wide open.
And Jaden James did not get out on him, his man, and they didn't get it back to Costa. I think Costa didn't realize that James was not on him. He had a new guy on him, another good defender in Ryder McGowan, but Ryder hasn't guarded him all game. So that would have been a good opportunity for Costa to take his natural sweep there. But a great effort by Carter Caden, the Colgate commit. Just missed wide. I can see him looking up to the sky right now, wishing he had just buried that as he walks onto the field.
Kane on the left side of the field.
Yeah, you're allowed to. So what they're doing right now, Gonzaga, great pickup. Allowed to put your goalie. You have to have a goalie stick on the field by rule. You can put your goalie on attack. So what that does is it gives you 7 players with sticks who can double the ball and take the ball away on defense. Fairly common, not that common, defensive play in desperate measures, which is what it is right now. So look for Gonzaga. They're going to double the ball. Everyone's going to be face guarded. St. John's will give it to their fastest guy, they give it to Offit. I thought you said he was hurt. He must not be hurt. He's about to explode here. He splits the double, gets by. He scores here. It's over, and he does.
Okay.
Offit gets his first goal of the game, splits the double team. It's extremely difficult, and then he talks to the Gonzaga crowd, comes over and trash talks them.
Knocks over his own teammate on the celebration.
And the Gonzaga boosters, is that what they're called, the leaders?
The boosters, yeah, they're yelling back at him.
They're not excited. They're not excited about that face-to-face confrontation by Offit after he scores to seal the game here at 8-6, a 1-goal lead. And McCarthy doesn't get the win. A rare loss. And a timeout by Coach Speaks with 12 seconds to go. St. John's has pretty much locked this up, and they're celebrating like it. Let's start talking about the candidates for the Washington Capitals MVP of the game for St. John's.
For St. John's, I mean, let's see. I'd have to go with Charlie Ball. I mean, he's had 2 assists and a goal. I mean, he's really helped out this offense. But for Gonzaga, I'd have to say Kane.
Yeah, Kane's been phenomenal, so has Costa, but Kane was just another level.
Having 13 saves.
Yeah, play the game. I think we go back to Caden's hitch and score.
Definitely.
There's been a lot of great plays. It's hard to remember them all. I'll probably wish I'd thought about it more tomorrow, but right now that's popping off as one of the top plays. But just incredible amount of saves. How many saves has Ryan the Rocket Isner had?
He's got 6 saves right now.
Seven saves, which was, and some of them were doorstep one-on-ones. Just incredible game by him. 12 seconds. Singled Cicatello on ball. 5 seconds. Ball comes around, scores to make it 9-6. And he hears it from the Gonzaga purple.
They could have ran it out, but they decided to shoot it.
9-6 is going to be the final. Here in I Street, down in a beautiful night, a fantastic game. St. John's took over in the last, I would say the last 3 minutes of the game. It was a barn. They were down by 1 entering the fourth quarter and came back to win. St. John's scored every goal in the third.
Yes.
St. John's was the only team to score, every goal in the fourth.
Yes.
They were the only team to score in the fourth quarter, shut out Gonzaga, and that was the difference in the game because Gonzaga had control to start the fourth up 6-5.
Yes, yes. I mean, yeah.
You can see that St. John's going to their crowd over there and celebrating. We're going to give the play of the game, sponsored by Washington Capitals, to Carter Caden, the Colgate commit, for his incredible hitch and score in the second quarter. And then the MVP award we've decided to give for Gonzaga, Kevin Kane with 13 saves. And that's unofficial. Probably could have had more, but we've had excellent statisticians here. And for St. John's, Charlie Ball, the Boston University commit, with 1 goal and
2 assists.
2 assists to lead. A lot of great players on the game. 2 goals there at the end. Sorry. 4 points for Charlie Ball. A lot of great players on the field. I want to thank you all for joining us. Again, I'm Cabo Maddox here with Ryan Bell. Thank you, Ryan. You were fantastic, and all your Gonzaga Sports Broadcasting Club partners. Thanks to NLV for the production, and to Reese Belcher, our videographer on the field. Check out Go Madlax tonight for a lot of footage from the game, and be sure to keep an eye now. St. John's is the 2 seed. Gonzaga is going to be the 4 seed. Good Counsel has locked up the 3 seed, and as I said, DeMatha is the 1. Any one of those 4 teams can win it, Ryan.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like you said, this is the WCAC's best year. It's all even. Anyone could win it.
And Gonzaga players coming over and showing some grace, thanking their cheering squad and the purple section, despite the loss and the heavy hearts. They could see each other again, and if they did, it would be in the championship, because the 1 seed plays the 4. So that's going to be, if Gonzaga makes it through Paul VI in the quarterfinals, which is going to be a heck of a quarterfinal game. Paul VI and Gonzaga in the quarterfinals. That was a 1-goal regular season game. Watch for that. The winner will play DeMatha, assuming they move to the semis. And that semifinal game, Good Counsel and St. John's, is going to be unbelievable. That was a 1-goal regular season game. WCAC playoffs are what you want to watch. We're going to try to get the DMVLAX crew on the games. Thanks to all our sponsors once again. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the night. Good job, bud. Thank you very much.
Money, power, and I feel it.